Hi there, folks. Simon here. Welcome back to the 2024 Intermediate TAC Open of March. This is the finals and game 2 of the finals. We already saw MehrGills win as black. Now we're going to see if MehrGills can win as white. And if he does win this entire tournament. However, if Phase Space does win this game as black, then they do split their games, meaning that they have to play blitz tiebreaker matches until one person comes out on top. So anything could happen here. It could go either way. And then first place, of course, gets first choice of the custom-made capstones made by Bill Leighton. So really excited to see those. Those are fantastic. Seeing those, and they are very, very nice. And I want a pair, but I cannot have them because I am not participating in this tournament. So we are also joined in the box here by alion02.
Hello again.
Yeah, and he is going to provide the skill-based commentary, and I will provide the not-so-great advice that he will then refute.
Sometimes it's great.
Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's great. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. Here we go with game 2, MehrGills in white, phase-spaced in black. Again, this is played on a 6x6 board, 15 minutes on the clock, 10-second increment, 2 Comey, meaning that 2 gets added to black's flat count score at the end of the game if the game does not end in a road. And here we go. I expect opposite corners here. I do not expect the hug.
Could be adjacent corners. Face Space is a bit of a older meta player.
That's true. That's true. We could see adjacent corners.
It's not that adjacent corners are bad or...
Oh,
Oh,
the
we do
hug!
see the hug. Nice hug. Oh, that's a formation that I haven't seen.
I like this for white, to be honest. I feel like a capstone there at B3 would have been fantastic.
Oh, no. I don't think so. I think that's too passive. I think black could just, like, maybe wall on B4 and then capstone on D3 or something, and then the capstone would be not very useful. But we see something completely different now.
Yeah.
So some traditional knowledge would tell me that a capstone on C2 might be viable.
For black, yeah,
Okay,
it
so
seems like it'd be a good play. White is doing some good things here, like switching gears, leaving themselves open to switch gears for the vertical and the horizontal to go both ways, knowing that black has those flats next to their horizontal line. They'll probably have to switch things up. So they're just going to go ahead and kind of set that up for later right now. I think it's a good play right now, a little preemptive.
I feel like this may already spell some trouble for black, because white is definitely keeping momentum right now. And I don't see an obvious way to break apart white's momentum at this point, because white has this very annoying capstone on d3, which is serving as like a cornerstone of both of the directions, which means that black has his hands tied a little. And black stones are not very well coordinated yet. So black chooses to cut off the vertical for white, which means that white will now probably play e3 or e4 or a3
I feel
and
like
go for the
A3
horizontal.
probably.
I don't really know if a3 is necessary right now. So the thing about a3 is that this sort of invites a4 and then a4 minus perhaps. But okay, we see a3. So that's all right. We see a4 also.
And if you want to be smart about it,
Black
maybe you drop an
also
A2 here for white.
Black also has b2 plus available. White cedes momentum to black. Or wait, does he? No, I'm kind of it's a little murky
No, white still has
because
momentum here, but it's so
yeah,
easily
but
cut off that momentum doesn't really matter in this case because both players have opportunities to cut off the roads that their opponents are building. That the momentum doesn't really apply in this case.
it does. The problem is that the that white White's road can be cut off for at no cost to Black's momentum using B2 plus. But White can slow it down right now with something like D4 left, but Black could just play D5 minus right now, which
Yeah.
would prevent White from being able to slow down Black's road without affecting the speed of their own road. This
Yeah,
is like the
and
important
d4
part.
left from white is pretty solid because it also isolates the capstone, which I know you don't think is that important a lot of times, but isolates the capstone, is in a position where white will still win that capture war, works towards their vertical line. It does a lot of things. So pulling off that d4 left isn't a bad play if black were to, for example, do b2 plus. So b2 plus
And
happens.
we see B2
Will
plus.
they go for the d4 left here?
I expect something like B2 or SB2 here.
Yeah, either of those would work fine. Ooh, the self-capture
A
with the capstone.
self-capture left is not on the list of things I expected.
No, but I kind of like it. That flat at B3 has nowhere to run really. That capstone won't reach it. At least that works
Oh,
for him.
this is strange.
I like that play. I don't often look for good self-captures, capstone on flat, but that feels like it's pretty solid. And MehrGills played that fairly quickly, so it looks like he was looking at that for a while, had that planned out.
Well, I mean, every bot under the sun will hate this, obviously, um, because it just sacrifices so much time and so much flat count for no obvious gain. Um, but there may be some long-term compensation. So, like here, for example, Black is continuing to build a horizontal road, but this horizontal road is basically entirely dead because of the hard capstone cutting through it. And more importantly, so is Black's vertical. The only real route that Black has to get a road right now is through like the D column, maybe, but that seems a little far-fetched.
Yeah, this is it's
Black can
real
still
good.
continue going for stuff like f5 and yeah, but c3 might be too slow already
I like B2
because
here for
now
white.
yeah, b2 definitely is important because it prevents Black from capitalizing on the gained flat count and placing a wall there.
Also works for the horizontal and the vertical for white's own threats. It's sort
Yes,
of a
yes.
pivotal position.
So one cool thing is that if White manages to get c1 and b6, it's almost anyway. Um, but that is too slow, probably. Black can play f5
I was
or
actually
capture
surprised to see that
up.
play at a5 instead of b6.
Yeah. a4 plus is a little strange. White gives up the hard capstone.
Making a threat. Black's got to stop that. I'm guessing either a1 right or that stack coming left. White immediately comes down, of course, with that capstone to recapture. Now, if black wants to retain their ability to make a road in the horizontal direction, I have no idea what they can do here because dropping a flat just causes that capstone to come back down.
You drop a flat on f5, of course. Um, but
It's very close to Tinue here for white, but
uh, is
that
it?
a1 to b1 is really what cuts it off. And of course, like a wall at b6.
Wait, b5 was played. Interesting.
Yep, and
I
then he
would
makes the capture
not
up.
have.
Black plays the a1 to b1 route. Will white drop a flat at c1 here?
Or do
Or
you
will
play
they drop a
b6
flat at
actually?
b6? I feel like a flat at b6 is better. They go for the b6 flat.
Has been played. Because now there's a threat of a1 and a threat of c1. I mean, a1 which makes a tag threat, and c1 is the tag threat right now.
Yeah. And so if
So
black were to
if
play at c1
black
here, white plays at
walls on,
a1.
yeah, black desperately needs to get a wall on c4 or a4, like now.
Oh, absolutely.
So they just have to figure out some way to. This might not be it though. I need to
Do
write
we
it.
see a2 from white?
A2 or a1?
Yeah, a2 because then a follow up once black plays at a1 again, white plays at c1, and it's another a road threat.
Could be better. Yes, we do see a1 play. Oh, what if you go? Can you capture b2 now?
You could, but it doesn't lead to Tinue.
Does it not?
No, um, because a wall can
He's
drop.
going for it. He's going for it. He's smelling blood.
Yeah, and so if 2b1 comes up, white comes
Then you
left
reach
with
it.
c2. Oh, does that have enough spread to
Then,
reach? It doesn't have enough to reach right.
but that doesn't matter because you can go left.
Oh, you can, but it's not Tinue still. I think you just want to take that whole stack and spread it to the right, go for the horizontal now.
No, I think that just blunders that. I mean,
Because there's no
so
Tinue
if you
going
go,
left.
there might be. So five b2 left is a. Well, yeah, there's also the issue of c3. So I guess you have to go three b2 left.
The issue is that a1 comes up, and then anything that white does. I mean, it might work, but no, I think that yeah, the c3 being there can kind of mess that up. But it's really close. It might be.
It doesn't. It
He
doesn't
does go
have range,
left.
I guess. Okay, now, basically b2 wall on b2 required, I guess.
Then white will come down and smash it, and then I feel like
That
that's
doesn't.
I
No,
th-
that doesn't work because there's c3 minus. A flat on b2 is very brave and probably immediately loses the game.
Tinue c2 plus is Tinue.
Yes,
Yep,
and it's
that's it. That's gonna
bankrolled.
be game.
All right, that was a quick defeat at the hands of MehrGills.
Yeah, and black sees it. They're like, oh yeah, I'm toast. Just gonna play up here at f6.
Wow, a dominant performance.
Yeah, that was solid, man. MehrGills forced to be reckoned with. I think is what we're gonna say here. Forced to be reckoned
I
with.
definitely think that the hard cap has allowed black back into the game because I think before the hard cap, white was in a decent spot.
I think the
But
hard cap really helped clinch the victory for white. To be honest,
I mean, I think it was objectively bad, but it was definitely a strong attack.
I don't think it was objectively bad. I think that because of if we look at bots and how the AI sees these games and their evaluation of the games, they'll always say that the hard cap is bad. But I think that the bots don't understand the hard cap as well, and so they'll always say that it's bad even when it isn't. And so
To some
you
extent,
might
yes.
be, have your opinion colored a little bit because of how much you look at bots and train with bots, specifically like Willem and things like that. But
No, I mean, I agree. So the problem is obviously that bots don't really
So,
Um,
so hold on. MehrGills disconnected before playing a final move. So, Face spaced in order to make
yeah,
sure he doesn't lose to time, just decided to forfeit and resign. But we all
yeah,
know it was
that's
a
good.
road.
Good. Yeah, good sportsmanship. I mean, even I don't think the tournament organizer would give the win to Black, even if MehrGills
Yeah, as the tournament organizer,
disconnected,
I would
right?
say no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. So yeah, good game, good games
Yeah,
actually,
that
and
was that was fun to watch, and we saw some solid play there, especially from MehrGills. But I mean, face based was no slouch either. But MehrGills definitely going to look out for, and he is probably going to be gunning for a spot in the TAC Championship later this year. So watch out there, Alion.
yeah, can't wait to meet him again.
All right, that is all for today. Thanks for watching, folks. Be sure to check out the description below for all things TAC, especially the TAC Discord server, which is where you can find all sorts of TAC resources like strategy guides and people to play with, whether that be right here on playtac.com or asynchronously in the Discord server itself. Tons of great folks to play with, including me or even Alion here. But thanks also for joining me, Alion, in the commentary booth here. It's great to get your insight.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
All right, and that is all, folks. So until next time, have a great day and happy tacking.